Hello and welcome in our YouTube channel Metallurgical Facts. Subscribe our channel and press bell icon to get notifications for upcoming videos. You can also follow us on our Facebook and on Instagram page for daily quizzes and practice. In case of any query, write us on metallurgicalfacts@gmail.com. So before doing the numerical practice in welding processes, we need to understand the formula that are used in welding processes. Okay, so few formula I will write here and few examples I will show where different kind of formula can be used during the welding processes. Okay, so for the calculation purpose, we will see the formula that are used, and we will also see how we can manage the units, how we can convert the units as per our requirement in questions. Okay, so we need not to remember many formulas for welding processes. Okay, so I am writing here the first formula that are used in welding processes, that is power, that is related to the power source in resistance welding. Okay, so these are the very basic formula, and we will see these formula that are used in the welding process are very simple, but many people do silly mistakes because of unit conversion only. Okay, so this power source in resistance welding, we can write as Q, or this can also be written as H. Q or H is equals to I square RT. Okay, so we will see what these terms means, okay, with units, so that we will not do the mistakes in many in while doing the numerical problems in exam. So this is the practice session, so we can do the variations as much as we want. Okay, so this H is basically the heat input or heat generated. Sometimes in some applications this is also known as heat generated, and this H is equals to heat input. This I is current. We all know this I is current, and the unit for this current is in ampere. Okay, and this R is resistance, and this resistance is the unit for this resistance is ohm. This is the symbol of ohm, and this T is basically time, which we put here in seconds. Okay, so this is H is equals to I square RT. I square RT. Okay, so now we know that this current unit is ampere, this resistance is ohm, sorry, and this time is second. Okay, so we also know how to calculate this unit of this H. Okay, so we will see by formula that we know P is equals to VI. Okay, and we also know V is equals to IR by Ohm's law. So in this formula, what we will do, I will write like that, IR into T. So what I did, I wrote this I square as I multiplied by IRT. Okay, so this H is equals to I into this IR is equals to V. So we can replace it by V. V is basically voltage, and this T. Okay, so this is VI, and now we can replace this VI by P value. So H is equals to PT. Okay, and we know the unit of this power unit is, this power unit is watt. Okay, and watt is equals to joule per seconds. Okay, so how this H, the unit of this H will be joule per seconds multiplied by this time means seconds. So this seconds get cancelled, this H is equals to joule. So this is how we understood that this H unit is in joule. Okay, so here the unit is very important, that's why I am focusing on this units. Okay, so the unit of this H is equals to joule. Okay, when we consider this T in seconds, this R in ohm, this I in ampere. Okay, this is how we can relate many formula. We need not to remember these formula, these are very basics, and I know you also know these formulas. Okay, so this is the important formula, but this is the helping formula that can be used for the unit, for the unit purpose. Okay, so this is how we understood this H is equals to I square into R into T. Okay, so this is the units we need to remember. In this unit only we will put these values, and we will get this H in joules. Okay, so this is the one type of formula that is used in resistance welding. Okay, so the second formula I am writing here. So I am writing here the second formula that are used in arc welding processes. So in arc welding processes, so the for classification of these welding processes, you can go through our Instagram page. We have posted the classification of welding and some of the welding notes that may be beneficial for theory purpose. Okay, so I am writing the formula of arc energy. So one of the formula is arc energy, known as arc energy. We will write as Q. Okay, so Q and H, anything we can use for energy purpose. Okay, energy or heat input. Okay, so this Q is equals to V I by V. This is small v. And sometimes for remember for avoiding the confusion, we can write like that. This is welding speed or welding velocity. Okay, so we can write this Q is equals to Vi. V is the voltage, I is the current, speed, that is welding speed. Okay, so this V unit we know, this is in volt. This I told you in amperes. Okay, so don't be confused. And this velocity is basically the length by the time, that is per seconds. Okay, so whenever we will take this velocity, we need to understand that this velocity unit will always be in per seconds. Okay, so this length unit may be changed, but we have to take this seconds. Okay, why? Because we have to take this seconds or every time, because we already understood that this joule per second multiplied by second will give us joule. Okay, so here we will see once again that Q is equals to, suppose this is the volt and this is ampere, so this volt ampere will give us the watt, that is power unit. Okay, and this speed unit is per second. Suppose this is per second, this may be in millimeter per second, this may be in millimeter per minutes. In questions they can give in minutes, hours, but we will change it in seconds. Okay, length unit doesn't matter, but this second will matters. Okay, how? This Q is equals to this volt ampere, means this is watt per and the seconds will get upside. So this watt is also this watt, we can say this watt is joule per seconds into seconds, and this is in Okay, so this is second get cancelled, so this Q will be basically joule per or joule per meter or joule per centimeter. So this is basically the heat energy or arc energy per unit length. Okay, so sometimes what happens in questions, they give like that joule per cube. That means what they also consider the area of that weld pool or that welded area. Okay, so here we are not considering area. If they will consider the area, we can also write like that. We can multiply it by this value by area. Okay, so in that case we will get this Q is equals to joule per cube. So this is how we understood that whenever they will give the speed, we will always take it as length per seconds. Okay, length unit can be vary, this can be centimeter, in meter, and millimeters, whatever we can take, because that will get eliminated by this per unit length. Okay, but this second will play important role in changing watt to joules. Okay, for unit purpose we need to remember this. We will always take this speed as length per second. Okay, so in some books, or in some standard places, you will get some formula like 60 by 1000 multiplied by Vi by velocity. So I will suggest you don't remember this kind of formula. So why? Because this 60 by 1000 means they are changing this minutes, this they are changing this seconds in minutes, and they are changing this in meters. Okay, that's why they are doing 60 by 1000. So we need not to remember these things, we need not to remember everything. Okay, we need to understand units, how units play important role while doing the numericals. Okay, so This is one formula, that is arc energy. And in some questions they will ask heat input. Okay, so heat input, what is the difference between heat input and arc energy? That only one difference is that this arc energy is considered without the process efficiency, without considering the process efficiency. But heat input we may we calculate after the considering the efficiency of that process. Okay, so this is heat input. I am writing here h, that hi we can also write like hi for the for avoiding the confusion. So hi is equals to eta multiplied by vi by v speed, or this small v. Okay, so this is the same formula. Only thing here, additional thing is that this efficiency terms come into the picture. Okay, so this is not a different kind of formula. Whenever they will ask about only about arc energy, we will calculate by this formula. Whenever they will say heat input and they will also give the efficiency, we will use this formula. This is not different formula. We need to understand where to use heat input value, where to use arc energy value. That's why I am writing here. This heat input is considers the effect of process efficiency on the actual energy that is input in the welding process. Okay, so from here we can get that this H unit is in joule. Okay, already I have told you this is joule per mm or joule per unit length, we can say. Okay, so that unit may be anything else. Okay, so we can change accordingly as as it is in mm, or as it is in centimeter, or in millimeter or meters. We will change accordingly. Okay, so these are the three formula I am pointing out here with another color. Okay, so these are, so in other color I am pointing here. Again I am writing that formula because in that slide I have told you how to change the units. Okay, so this is the formula. First formula we try to understand, that is H is equals to I square RT, and from here uh, this is the formula supporting concept, that is P is equals to VI. We all know that is power is equals to VI, and V is equals to IR. We all know this thing also. Okay, so this is the first formula we need to remember for welding processes. And the second formula, that is we said that arc energy is equals to that that arc energy H is equals to VI by V. This is V, small v is welding speed, and this V is voltage. I already told you in previous slide. And this H, that is heat input, HI is equals to eta, that is efficiency of that process, welding process, and this is V. Okay, so all the unit conversion I have told you, and we need to remember those things during the exam. And while doing practice, as much as we can play with the units, as much as you can play with the with these terms. And don't learn everything. Okay, just try to make your own concept by these formulas, by changing the units. Don't do the silly mistakes in exams only because of the unit conversion things. Okay, so now we will see a few examples of welding processes in which the uh, numerical type of questions may be asked. Okay, so the simplest type of the problem that may be asked from resistance type of welding. Okay, so the first question is, a resistance spot welding operation is performed on two pieces of 1.5 mm thick sheet steel using 12,000 current for a 0.20 second duration. Okay, and resistance is assumed to be 0.0001 ohm. Okay, and the resulting weld nugget is 6 mm in diameter and 2.5 mm thick. So they have given a lot of values, a lot of data, so we will not write those things, because in questions what they are asking, what portion of heat generated was used to form the weld nugget. Okay, so we know the heat generated, how to calculate the heat generated during the resistance type of welding. I have already told you that heat generated during the resistance type of problem is H is equals to I square R multiplied by T. So we need only I value, R value, and T value. Okay, so we will find these values and we will do our problem. Okay, so this is the 1200 I value is 12,000, sorry, 12,000 ampere, and 0.20 seconds duration. So this is the time basically. So this is in seconds, this is okay. And resistance is assumed to be 0.0001 ohm. So I am writing resistance here. Okay, so these are the values which we needed in for the calculation of heat generated. Okay, so in exams, for making you confused, they can give a lot of data, and that data may not be used in those formulas for the calculation purpose. So what we will do in this welding type of problem, we will see the what they are asking in questions. Okay, so they are asking here heat generated, so I write the formula in this heat generated, how to calculate in resistance welding. Then I found that I need I value, R value, T value, and I wrote like that I, R, T, and then I read the questions again, and I identified that these values from those given data. Okay, so this is very simplest way of doing welding questions, because they will give many other data for confusion purpose. Okay, so that may not be used in the calculation purpose. Okay, so this H is equals to, how we can calculate, this is 12,000, that is given 12,000 square. R value is 0.00001 multiplied by time, that is 0. So this is I am writing here directly, this will come in 2880. Okay, so here we don't know the unit. Okay, suppose I forget the unit in exam, so what I will do, I will write this the unit of these things. So I unit, I know this is ampere square multiplied by, this is R, so this is, I will write like that, this is ohm, and this is seconds. Okay, so what I will do, I already told you that V is equals to IR, and I can say that this ampere multiplied by ampere into ohm multiplied by second. So this ampere per ohm will give volt, and this will give the ampere volt multiplied by second. So this ampere volt is basically watt. Okay, watt second, and this watt is basically joule per seconds multiplied by second. So second get cancelled, so the unit for this H is equals to in joule. So if you will do the practice of these type of questions at home, you will never confuse, you need not to these things in exams. Okay, so only thing you can write directly the unit of that value. Okay, so if sometimes if you forget, then you can calculate by your own, because I have told you how to generate the units from the given formula. Okay, so this is only example, because this is practice session, that's why I am giving to you. Okay, so the answer for this question is 2880 joule. Okay, so this is the heat generated was used to form the weld nugget. Okay, so the next type of formula is in arc welding experiment, the current, voltage, and electrode travel speed were given. Okay, so these are the data they have given in arc welding processes. The heat input per unit length of the weld is given by. So they are asking about heat input per unit length. So we know heat input per unit length is basically joule per mm or joule per meter, as this unit will be given. Okay, so what we will do in this type of problem, what we can do, we will write the given data, that V I and this small v, that is speed. Okay, so these things are given. So this is 22 volt, this I is 140 ampere, and this V is basically 15 centimeter per minutes. They have given in the minutes. Okay, so this is the electrode travel speed. So what we know, we need to calculate the heat input per unit length. Okay, so if they we know the formula of heat input per unit length, that is HI is equals to, I told you that this efficiency multiplied by VI by V. Okay, so they have not given the efficiency, so we will take it as 1, because in few of the processes, welding processes, this data is 1, this efficiency is 1. Okay, so this HI is equals to, we can write VI by V. So I am writing here what I am writing, this V value is 22, this I value is 144. Okay, so this is a volt, and this is in ampere, and this V is in centimeter per second. Okay, so this is 15. So this is in centimeter per minute. I have already told you that whenever this v velocity will be given, we will take it as an centimeter per second or length per second value. Okay, whether it is in minutes or hours, it doesn't matter. We will take every time is in second. Okay, so for changing it in seconds, what we will do, we will divide by this value by 60. Okay, so from here we can calculate this hi value is 1212320, that will be in joule per centimeter. Okay, this is how, because this is v and this is I, so this is volt ampere, that will give joule. Okay, sorry, this will give in watt, and this length is centimeter per seconds, because we divided by 60, so that will come in seconds. So this is joule per seconds multiplied by seconds per centimeter. Okay, so this second get cancelled and it will come in joule per centimeter. I am verifying this unit in every question because this is practice session. In exams you need not to do that, because by doing the practice of those things you will get the idea how to change the units, and where we need not to change the units. Okay, so whenever they will give this welding speed in seconds, sorry, minutes, we will every time we will change it in seconds. Okay, so this is the one way of doing this question. And the other way of doing this question is, suppose I forgot to change the unit of this welding speed. Okay, so this will come like that, 15. Okay, so this value will come like that. Suppose this will 205.33 us, and if this is optional question, so you will get an idea. And if this is not an option multiple choice question, so in NIT type of questions you will not get that this is wrong answer. Okay, so this is necessary to balance the unit. Okay, so for this question, if we will balance the unit, we will get that this is in watt per centimeter multiplied by minutes. Okay, so this is in watt per centimeter into minute, but whenever we will change it in joule, so for changing it in joule, what we will do, we have to change this minutes into the seconds. Okay, so at that time we have to multiply this 205 multiplied by 3 into 60. For changing this minutes into the seconds, we have to multiply this 60. So there are two ways of changing these things. Okay, so this is the first way of doing this question, that we will initially change the unit of that speed, and this is the second way. At last, after the final answer, we will multiply it by 60 for unit conversion. Okay, so this 12320 joule per centimeter is the answer, and in option they have given in kilojoule per centimeter. So what we will do, we will divide it by 1000, so we will get in kilojoule per centimeter. So the 12.32 is correct answer for this question. Okay, so D part is correct. So in this question I have told you how to manage the units also. Okay, the next question is, if current is increased by four times and the duration is reduced by half, other parameters remaining unchanged, then the order of change in the heat generated in welding processes. Okay, so they are asking about duration and they are asking about the current increased. Okay, so we know how to calculate these things. We know the formula, that is H is equals to I square RT. Okay, so in this type of formula, what we will do, we will write the given data. Okay, so suppose for this h1 is equals to h, or I will write h1, h2 is equals to h2. Okay, and they're asking if the current is increased by 4 times. So suppose I1 value is I and I2 is equals to 4I. Okay, and they are asking that is, and the duration is reduced by half. Okay, so this time is t1 is equals to t, so t2 is equals to t by 2. Okay, so these are the data they have given in this question. Okay, so we have written like that. Now what we will do, we will make one equation like h1 is equals to I1 square, r the distance is same, because they are saying that other parameters remaining unchanged, so T1. So this is the first equation, and this is H2 is equals to I2 square R2 and T2. So this is equation 2. So here they are saying that other parameters remain unchanged, means resistance is same, so this R value will get cancelled. Okay, so suppose we will calculate the ratio of H1 by H2. So that will be equals to H1 by H2 is equals to I1 value is I and I2 value is 4i. So this is the whole square and multiplied by T1. T1 is equals to T, and this T2 is equals to T by 2, means T by 2 means this T, and 2 will give upper side. So that's H1 by H2 is equals to, this will come as 1 by 16 multiplied by 2, so this will come as 1 by 8. So here we can find that this H2 is equals to 8 H1, means they are asking in question that the order of change in the heat generated in welding processes. So we can say that this H2 is the heat generated in by the second things, that is with 4i ampere and this half duration. Okay, so we can say that this heat generated is equals to 8H1. So we can say that this is 8 times of this heat generated by the first given parameters. Okay, so here in question, in options they have given 2 times, 8 times, 4 times, no change. So we can say that this B option is correct for this question. So for this type of questions, whenever they will give 4 times or the duration is reduced by the half, we will write the data like this. Okay, so by this you will avoid the silly mistakes. Okay, so before solving these questions, we need to put the data like this. Okay, so this is the simplest and easy questions they can ask at any time in any exam. That is, this is important for gate aspects and for RNL exam also. Okay, so this is the simplest form of the welding process numericals. So the next question is, in submerged arc welding, a heat input of 4 kilojoule per mm is used. If the welding speed is doubled, then the welding heat input is. Okay. So we know the formula for the arc welding that relates the welding speed and heat input. Okay. So we know the formula. We will write here, that is Q is equals to, and this efficiency is same for the both processes, so we will avoid this value. So we can write like that, Q is equals to Vi by V. Other things, other parameters are same. Okay, so we have to compare this Q value by V. So we can say that this Q is inversely proportional to this velocity or welding speed. So from here what we will get, we will write that in submerged arc welding, a heat input of 4 kilo joule per mm, that is given. So this Q1 value is 4 kilojoule per mm, that is given, and we have to find that Q2 value so that we can do as per the options. Okay, so this is Q2. Q2 we don't know, so we will find this Q2, and the welding speed is doubled, so they are asking that V1 is V2 and V2 is 2V, means they are increasing the welding speed. Okay, so we know the relation, that is Q is inversely proportional to the velocity, that is speed of the electrode. So we can write like that, Q1 by Q2 is equals to V2 by V1. This is V, this V is basically speed. So Q1 value we know and Q2 we don't know. Q2 we have to find. So V2 we know, this is 2V, and this V1 is V. So we can find here that Q is equals to 2. Okay, so from here what we get, we know they have given that Q1 is equals to 4 kilojoule per mm, and this Q2 is equals to 2 kilojoule per mm. So we can say that if we will increase the welding by 2V by 2, by if we will double the welding speed, the heat input will reduced by 2, factor 2. How? This Q1 by Q2, if we will find this 4 by 2, so we will get 2. Okay, so this is decreased by factor 2. So this B option is correct. Okay, So this is the simplest form of this question. And the previous in previous question I've already told one type of questions they may ask from that type of problems also. Okay, so we should be careful with the answers, whether we have to choose decrease, increase, because here what happened, this is decreasing by 2. That's why we have given the decrease by factor 2. This is all about the common sense in during the examination. Okay, do these questions as do the practice of these questions as much as you can, so that you can avoid the silly mistakes in exams. Next question is, a gas tungsten arc welding operation is performed at a current of 300 ampere and a voltage 20 volt. So I am writing here given data, that is current is given 300 ampere and the voltage is also given, that is 20 volt. The melting factor means that is F2. The melting factor is F2, that is 0.5, and the unit melting energy for the metal, that is UM, is equals to, this is a special type of problem. Okay, so you need not to be worried. We will see how to solve this type of question. Consider F1. F1 is basically heat transfer factor. Okay, so this is F1 0.7. I am writing here, this is heat transfer, this is his heat transfer factor. So there are two things, that is F2 and F1. F2 is melting factor, so these are the constant value and these are fixed value for the specific welding processes. Okay, so we need not to learn these things. They will give in exam whenever they will ask this type of questions. Okay, so the first question is power in operation. So they are asking about power. So we know, I have already told that power we can calculate that P is equals to VI. So P is equals to V value is 20 and I is 300. So this is the value 6000 watt. Means we can also say that this power is equals to in joule per second. This is 6000 joule per seconds. Okay, next thing they are asking that rate of heat generation at the weld. Okay, so rate of heat generation, how we can calculate? Suppose I am writing here rate of heat generation, WHW is equals to, so if we will multiply it by this F1 into F2 into the power, अगर if we will multiply it by these melting factors by the powers, then we will able to calculate the rate of heat generation at the weld pool. Okay, so this F1 value we know, this is zero point 0.7, this is zero point 0.5, and power we have already calculated, so we will put from here. So this is the value rate of heat generation we will get from here, that is 2100 watt. That means this will also in joule per seconds. Okay, so for again and again I am saying about the units, because we will learn by these during the practice, so we will not do the silly mistakes in the exams. Okay, so the third question is volume rate of metal welded. So they are asking how much the volume that metal is welded. Okay, so how we can calculate this thing? So for the calculation of this volume rate of, suppose I am writing volume rate of metal welded. So rate of heat generation, there is a direct formula, rate of heat generation to the, this is the ratio of rate of heat generation to the melting energy. Okay, so the rate of heat generation we have calculated in second part, that is 2100, and the melting energy is also given, that is 10 joule per mm cube. Okay, so this will come as 210. Okay, so we don't know the unit of this volume rate of metal welded. Okay, so don't worry about this, we will try to find the unit of these things. Okay, so the first thing is VR means volume rate of metal welded. How we can calculate VR? Rate of heat generation per melting energy. Okay, per unit melting energy for the metal. Okay, so we know the unit of rate of heat generation, that is joule per second. Okay, I'm writing here how to find the unit of this volume rate of metal welded. Okay, so this is per melting energy. Melting energy unit is joule per joule per mm cube. So mm cube will go upside. So now what we will get, we'll get in mm cube per second. Okay, so what we can say, this is 210 mm cube per second. The unit of this volume rate of metal welded is mm cube per seconds. Okay, so this is how we calculated the power generation in the welding operation. Next thing is the rate of heat generation at the weld, and the last thing we have calculated, that is volume rate of metal welded. Okay, so this is a special type of problem we need to understand in welding process. In future exams they can ask from this type of questions. So in few of the questions we need to balance only the units. Okay, so we have to careful for the units only in welding type of problems. Thank you guys for your attention. Hope you guys have learned something new in this video. I will suggest you to do the practice as much as you can do at home by yourself. And if you find any problem in those numericals, please comment here, or you can also message on Instagram. We will try to add those numericals in our upcoming videos, and also try to avoid the silly mistakes because of units. Okay, so try to focus on the unit conversion rather learning more and more formula. Okay, so for upcoming videos you can subscribe our channel and press bell icon to get notifications. Thank you.